catch me howling at the moon.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Park Pros. Today we have some more news on the Indiana Beach saga. Last week we covered the rumor of a potential meeting between officials from FunSpot and Apex Park Groups over the weekend to discuss the acquisition of Indiana Beach for FunSpot. If you didn't see my video from Thursday highlighting that rumor, feel free to check that one out for more context. I'll leave the link in the description below. We have more news today that confirms that this meeting between FunSpot and Apex actually did happen. However, it turns out that the meeting didn't end up with the resolution we were all hoping for, which was of course FunSpot saving Indiana Beach from closing. This afternoon, FunSpot released this statement on their social media accounts, confirming that they will not be purchasing Indiana Beach. To the many fans of Indiana Beach, we are honored to have been asked by so many loyal Indiana Beach supporters to purchase the park and keep the legacy of great rides and family memories created by the Spackman family alive. We recently received an invitation to visit the park and review the facilities and attractions at Indiana Beach Boardwalk Resort. During the past few days, for some, waiting for an answer may seem like an eternity. We saw a park with rich history and heritage that has created memories for generations. Unfortunately, purchasing Indiana Beach or any park is not in our current master plans. We are going to pray for the proper owners and operators to become visible so that Indiana Beach may continue to serve their guests and community for many more generations. We encourage the efforts to have Indiana Beach reopen. It is a treasure that should be allowed to delight families for generations to come. We have been overwhelmed by the outpouring of sincere wishes and wonderful family messages from so many loyal Indiana Beach fans. We are with you in the hope that there is an organization that can share your passions and dreams for the future of Indiana Beach. FunSpot America Theme Parks. First off, what a classy statement by FunSpot. While it's obviously disappointing that they won't be buying Indiana Beach, you definitely have to give them credit for being so transparent with us coaster fans, and for being so open to the idea of saving the park in the first place. In no way did they have to entertain the idea at all. But it seems like they're truly coaster fans, just like us, and if it was in their reach as an organization, I'm sure they would have pulled the trigger on this. However, because they're still a fairly small theme park operator, expanding out to another region of the country probably just wasn't in the cards for them at this point. Ultimately, I have nothing but respect for the way FunSpot handled this whole situation, and while they might not be the ones who save Indiana Beach, we got some encouraging news over the weekend on finding an operator who might. Journal and Courier, a Lafayette-based newspaper, broke a story over the weekend that gives us some insight into what the next stage of this Indiana Beach closing saga is. I'll leave a link to the article below, but there's some interesting tidbits that I wanted to share with you guys. The article states that White County and the city of Monticello are going to help Apex Park Group in meeting with, quote, amusement industry leaders, brokers, and investors in hopes of finding a new buyer for the park. It also states that discussions to save Indiana Beach are very much ongoing. So it seems like the local government is going to step in and help Apex find someone to run the park. And the article actually states that they may already have an interested buyer. The owner of Slick Track, which is apparently a go-kart business located in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, is quoted in the article saying that he was blown away by the news of Indiana Beach closing. And apparently he had tried to contact Apex for over a year as an interested buyer of the park. The owner of Slick Track is quoted in the article saying, "If they shoot me an offer, I would purchase it right now." Now, I'm a little skeptical on this piece of reporting because when I looked up the company and the man's name as listed in the article over a quick Google search, I couldn't find anything. But at the very least, it's encouraging to hear that there's at least some level of interest out there. Now for the bad news. The article also seems to reveal a deadline for finding a potential buyer, as White County Economic Development Director Randy Mitchell says that he was previously informed that Apex would start disassembling rides in the spring. If this is true, the local government and Apex are going to have to do quick work in finding a potential buyer, as that spring deadline is just a few months away. And hopefully, Apex would be willing to extend that deadline if it were necessary. The good news that comes from these recent developments is that it seems like FunSpot was not the only potential buyer for Indiana Beach, and it seems like Apex maybe wasn't as proactive as they had previously stated in finding a potential buyer. So hopefully the officials of White County and Monticello can help Apex find a buyer before the spring deadline, and Indiana Beach can continue to operate for years to come. That's all I have for today's video. If there's any more interesting bits of information that come out regarding this Indiana Beach story, I'll be sure to have it up on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed to Park Pros so you're not missing out on anything. Thanks for checking out the video, and we'll see you all next time.